Morning Crossfire on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Welcome back, Lagos. It's still the Morning Crossfire ahead of the 2027 general elections. Political calculations, the political mathematics is getting more complicated. Yesterday, I saw someone tweeting, Nigeria politics is deep. There's more to it than meets the eye, really. I didn't see what happened yesterday in Labour Party coming. I couldn't have predicted it. For all that I've heard from all of you. We journalists, on the personalities, we're a repository. We listen to everything everyone is saying. Both you who are listening, who call in your comments and all that, and our guests. So sometimes we have this hunch to be able to sort of predict sometimes what's happening. I never in my wildest dreams could have predicted that a member of the Peter B inner circle, someone as highly placed and relevant as his running mate in the 2023 presidential election, would go as far as saying, Julius Abure, you are the national chairman of our party. I'm going to sit down with you here and attend this next meeting in front of the press. I'll address the press, not in the middle of the night, not behind closed doors, in the full glare of the whole wide world. You're welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Everyone is concerned. Everyone has been thinking about, who's going to be the next president of Nigeria in 2027. Yes, it's not yet 2027, but politics of 2027 has started. And if you want your party, your candidate to wait till 2026, December 31st night, before they start working towards 2027, I'm sorry. But sorry is your name. I tell you what, even in the United States of America, as we speak right now, they are already preparing and working for the next election. Fox News, they're already talking about it. They're doing polls. Who will be the next president of US? I was watching it last night. And other. They're talking about the next. So it's politicians. This is who they are. It's been like that from time. It will always be like that. What you can do right now is to get your party, your candidate, your political group, your pressure group to start working so you don't get left behind. Then maybe tomorrow you might have someone who come in and say, hey, you know what, let's have certain laws or whatever, let's have a political culture that allows us to focus on development and keep politics, aside. So this is where we are. And we are part of that conversation. So we'll talk about it. Let's give Datti Baba-Ahmed some breathe. Let's allow him breathe. All right? Yusuf Datti Baba-Ahmed. Is it Datti Yusuf Baba? I think it's Yusuf Datti Baba-Ahmed. Breathe, sir.
However, if you attend and they discuss other matters besides that, you are at liberty to restore yourself to your former position. I have attended and I have listened to the coalition attempts, yet I still remain in Labour Party. I am not one to sleepwalk into any political arrangements. I call on all well-meaning politicians and members of Labour Party not to sleepwalk and allow themselves to be led into what they still are not comfortable with. I must say, in the past, coalition was made. And in the past, a sitting Nigerian government was voted out. I note with pleasure that this is what we as Labour Party did in 2023 and what we are about to do again in 2027. I note again that the coalition genuinely plans and intends to vote out the misruling APC. However, the government that follows is even more important than the act of removing a government itself. A government was removed, and what followed after was disaster. So I'm saying that I personally am more of the opinion that it is the kind of government that we form that is more important to me, not just the act of removing the APC. To be accorded the privilege of attending this important meeting. Labour Party is not a party to walk away from. The successes, the history that Labour Party of Nigeria has recorded is unique and unprecedented. We presented clear records and evidence of 10 million votes scored in the last election, thereafter reduced to 6.1 million votes. And for that, I still remain, Labour Party is not a party to walk away from.
All right, we'll be joined along the line by Obiora Ifoh, who is a National Publicity Secretary of Labour Party Abure faction. Okay, let's call it that, Abure Exco, whatever you want to call it. Feel free to do that. Now, you've listened to Datti Baba-Ahmed, running mate to Peter Obi in the 2023 general election, vice presidential candidate, we'll call it that, of the Labour Party, and his words, what he's had to say. Yesterday, like I said, when we were having this conversation at 5 o'clock, I saw different headlines. I saw one, Datti Baba-Ahmed dumps Peter Obi, backs Abure Party faction. You know, I saw several others yesterday, all saying Datti had declared for his presidential ambition, that he would like to be president. Is this what really happened yesterday or not? When Obiora Ifoh joins us later on, he will, tell us more about that. Another one I saw, Obi's 2023 running mate to contest for president in 2027. That's another one I saw. Okay. Now, something, I listened to what Datti Baba-Ahmed said, and he said something which is quite interesting. We should not, that's talking about himself and supporters of Peter Gregory Obi, and Obedient Movement, let's call it that, should not sleepwalk into a situation that might not end well for them. Sleepwalk. We're talking about the coalition of political parties, which, like I said, is so-called, and like I've always maintained, is not a coalition as we speak, but were rather a mass defection of politicians from various parties, especially the PDP. It's not a coalition yet, but it might be in the coming months. Time will tell. But you're free to disagree with that. So he said we should not sleepwalk. They should not sleepwalk now into a situation in the name of coalition that might not augur well for them. That's number one. Number two, he says this: the government that follows is even more important than the act of removing the APC. The government that follows is even more important than the act of removing APC. And he said another thing: it is a kind of government that follows that's important to me. It is a kind of government that follows that's important to me. Now, let's look at what today's Punch, and I did reach out to him, but he didn't pick my call. Obviously, probably was just trying to stay quiet. The Punch today has a story: Fresh 2027, Fresh LP crisis as Obi rejects Datti Abure peace deal. All right, Fresh LP crisis as Obi rejects Datti Abure peace deal. Now, this is what it says. Hold your horses. Calm down. The camp of the Labour Party presidential candidate in 2023 election, Peter Obi, has distanced itself from Monday's reconciliation meeting between his former running mate, Dr. Datti Baba-Ahmed, and Julius Abure leadership. He says the party has been, we know that, let's go. All right. It says, reacting to the meeting between Abure and Datti Baba-Ahmed, National Coordinator of the Obedient Movement Worldwide, Dr. Yunusa Tanko, told the Punch on Monday, yesterday, maybe he was talking to the Punch when I called him, that the group remained firmly loyal to Governor Oti and the caretaker leadership led by Senator Denadi Usman, formerly of the PDP. That's what they quote Yunusa saying. Quote, we are not aware of that particular meeting, but we are resolute. We will continue as obedient to mobilize with His Excellency Peter Obi, and we have also said that wherever he goes, that's where we are going. Blah, blah, blah. He says, of course, Nigerians are aware that you know very clearly that Obi is with Governor Alex Oti and the Senator Denadi Usman Caretaker Committee. That is where we stand. All right? That's where the obedience stand. So is this a division? You tell me what you think. Is this a crack? Is Yusuf Datti Baba-Ahmed dumping his boss, like he called him yesterday? If Peter Obi and Alex Oti installed Senator Denadi Usman, who came in from the PDP, and have been opposed to Julius Abure, and they have gone to court, and Abure lost at the court. What reason? Now that Abure has lost at the court, the Supreme Court says you are not chairman of the party. Do they have to still go back to Abure? What reason? He's lost at the court. The Supreme Court has given its judgment. Abure are not chairman of Labour Party. The INEC had still recognized him, but maybe they'll change. I think they may have changed it on their website. So why has Datti Ahmed gone to see Abure? Why? All right, tell me what you think. Tell me what you think. Please call 020-127-70993, 020-146-57190. Now, what I heard from Obiora for what he told me yesterday, National Publicity Secretary of the Julius Abure Exo, is that this was not planned. They just got a message from Yusuf Datti Baba-Ahmed, I'm coming for your neck meeting. And he showed up. It wasn't planned. Don't forget, some days ago, we had pictures of Julius Abure meeting with Wike, Minister of the FCT. All right, let's go over to the phone line. It says C0201-277-0993. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes. Name, location, and contribution, please.
I am pacifying, calling from Mabara.
Right.
There's something crying tonight, and in the morning, whatever it is, they say. Abure meeting Wike, and you know Wike who he is. Something must have gone under the curtain that people will not be able to see. Today, Abure is unpredictable. Nobody knows his mind. Nobody knows where he is. I don't know how they would adapt into that executive meeting or whatever. I am asking Peter Obi, like he said, it's not with Datti over what he has said. The right-thinking person will understand that something is wrong, very, very wrong, absolutely wrong. We are looking for a way out of this quagmire, and somebody is trying to. There is something wrong, something very, very wrong. Which is not a human being anymore. God bless you. Thank you very much.
I beg you. Please, he's a human being, okay? 020-127-70993. Have an ex-listener. Right. 020-127-70993. Please go on. Who do we have?
Yeah, good morning. My name is Okene Alex.
Okay, Allen.
Yes, Okene Alex.
Okay. Where are you listening from, Okeme?
I'm listening from Iyanijibo.
All right. Okeme, is the obedient movement finally disintegrating?
The way I look at it, they are not disintegrating. Because the only truth of the matter is that what I'm seeing in Labour Party, the other faction, they are trying to raise confusion in that party. And what I should advise Abure, let him go back as a board of trustee of the party than being a chairman. He has been a chairman for a number of years. What is...
Oh, we lost your call there. All right, you're advising Abure, but the person of interest here now is Yusuf Datti Baba-Ahmed, who was the party's vice presidential candidate in the last election. That's the person of interest here. Obi's right-hand man. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we lost your call. I wonder what's going on. $99.3.
Yeah. Hello?
Yes, please go on. Your name, location, and contribution.
Yes, this is Edwin from Alabama. My take is politics. It's politics. There is no rule that says that even Obi will take Datti Ahmed as the running mate if he contests in 2027. The fact there is that I still not understand why Datti will even meet with somebody Supreme Court has already adjudged not an authentic chairman of an LP. But whatever is the case, it's between him and Abure. The fact remains that Obi movement is so fluid that most times it doesn't follow the normal traditional path to protect an election and win an election. It's so fluid that wherever Obi goes, they go with him. If tomorrow Obi decides to change a party or even stay with Labour Party or not even go to APC, he will still get his massive vote because his supporters transcend not just the geopolitical zone, but across Nigeria.
Thank you very much.
So it's not something that
Thank you. Thank you. When I pick your call, please just go straight to your name with your name, location, and contribution. We have a caller on our WhatsApp. WhatsApp caller, please go on. You're on there.
Yeah, hello, good morning. My name is Uche. I'm calling from the UK.
All right, welcome.
Let me just talk about this. First thing first, the obedient movement is not in disarray. Don't forget that the obedient movement is not attached to Labour Party. It's a movement. Now, what that means is that wherever Obi goes, that energy, that force goes with him. But having said that, what is playing out is understandable. Datti Baba Yusuf, obviously, he has probably studied the political equation, the calculations, the permutations, and he has seen that at the moment, with talks of coalition, he is nowhere in the picture. And let's also not forget, just like somebody stated, Abure recently met with Wike. And don't forget, let's not be, you see, sometimes even the media is a problem. Sometimes we try to massage the truth. Wike is the major problem Nigeria has as of today. Wike is prepared
right,
to go to
thank
any
you.
extent.
Thank you. I think the media is...
Let me finish my point.
No, your time is up. I think the media is the main problem. You know?
It's part of the problem.
I'm telling you, we are the problem. But you're on the media now.
No. You may look at it like it's a funny thing, but
you're on. So why are you on top of the problem? No, Mami, you have your right to say what you want to say. But time is up. That's why I have to pick the next call. I can see the female line call ringing, but I can't pick it for some reason. Maybe they are still working on it. 99.3. Good morning.
Hello, good morning, Kofi.
Welcome. Quickly, please. Name, location.
Now, my name is Lord from Yanakwaja, you know.
All right.
Somebody say you asked me a question about whether the obedient are divided. Obedient are never divided. The obedient is coming, working stronger every day. Are you okay? If out of that yesterday as we are talking, all the 44 local governments in Kano State, they have installed their coordinator. And everyone are bringing about 10 for the whole world. So what is happening in Peter Obi, where we go, that is all of us are going. We are trying to have the obedience in one place. So even though that the next day it changed, we are going to just move on like that. So for me, Abure is just doing it. And when you see that there, I try to watch the video. That is, they are trying for me. one of the chairman was telling me they are trying to hold labor down so that we could be moved. So I'm saying that there's nothing. There's nothing that divided the obedience. We are moving forward.
Thank you.
You are listening to your number one station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
For every Naija man, woman, pikin, and the future wey we dey hustle for, two strong names don finally jam. Na confidence bind us together. Dis na Naija wey everyday dey show you say better fit happen. To dey hustle, dey push, and dey try to make life better, you suppose waka with strong mind. But make we yarn as e be, confidence pass hope. E mean say no matter your waka, no matter who you be, you get who dey your back. Dem go stand for your matter, hold ground, make you no fall. Sanlam Alliance sabi say confidence no be for only people wey get levels. E belong to everybody wey dey try. Na why we join hand. Two strong bodies don turn one heartbeat to give you the main protection wey go follow you for this life journey. Whether na for business, family, or for your daily bread, we dey your side. As we don jam, we go fit protect you pass before. Dey do more together and dey carry each other dey go front. Sanlam plus Alliance don be one name. Sanlam Alliance. Make una waka your life with confidence.
See, everybody with him own wahala. Every day comes with its own version of challenges, and you have to be ready to face them, because only then can you move on to the next. That's why I never miss my breakfast. Scratch that. My peak breakfast, with the nutrients and energy I need to face each day, one challenge at a time.
Every day is a good day to power on with a peak breakfast. Have you had your peak? Reach for your peak.
Madam, abeg bring one cold can of Malta Guinness.
Abeg make am two. Quick before driver move.
Oya take one na 600 naira, so na 1,200 for the two.
Yes, so Malta Guinness is now 600 naira. Now you get the same refreshing, nourishing, rich premium Malta Guinness for just 600 naira. Available at stores near you. Malta Guinness, here for every kind of you.
Little body, big moves. Little brain, big learning. Your little child is eager to do big things. Every sachet of Cerelac Junior comes with the nutrition they need: natural grains, protein, and iron to support their physical growth, learning, and development. So you can fully enjoy your little one's big moments of growth.
New Lafarge Water Shield Cement now confirm.
Oh, welcome, sir. Sir, we are set to begin the foundation.
Everything set?
Everything, sir. We have the estimates for the granite, the sand, the iron rods, the concrete blocks, cement, the...
Wait, engineer. What cement are you planning to use?
Oh, the normal cement, sir.
The normal cement?
Yes, sir.
You know the area is waterlogged and you say normal cement? Have you not heard of Water Shield? The new waterproof cement by Lafarge, designed to protect buildings from water damage and water damage to your property. If you're building in a waterlogged area, then your best bet is the new Water Shield cement by Lafarge. Water Shield is the waterproof, high-strength cement expertly formulated for all interior and external use in waterlogged areas.
New Lafarge Water Shield Cement now confirm.
And water damage to your property.
Every day when my children return from school, I don't recognize them. Hello, do I know you?
It's us, mommy.
But these dirty, sweaty uniforms and socks, we're clean in the morning. Everything don't transform. I understand though, school is hectic. It takes energy to come home this transformed. So I make sure they have some nutritious Milo at breakfast.
Your kids need nourishing energy. Give them Milo at breakfast. It has nutrients that support energy release to help them get the most out of their day. Milo, energy to go further.
I don't know, man. These days, all you hear is save, invest, save, invest. Wait, how do you guys find this money? Is it not someone that is told that will have money to save and invest? And even if I manage to invest or save, the interest rates are so low. And one can lose money in all these crypto, NFT, blockchain, and so on.
Introducing Fund 724. It's a simple solution to all your money goals. With as low as 1,000 naira or that urgent 2k in your pocket, you can start saving with Fund 724 and earn solid returns on your investment. And you can withdraw your money from your account for free. Anytime you like, just dial *724# on your mobile phone and follow the prompts.
Oh, so no need to download an app or join a long queue.
Dial *724# now to get started. Fund 724 is available 24/7. Guarantee Trust Fund Managers is a subsidiary of Guarantee Trust Holding Company PLC and regulated by the Securities and Exchange Commission.
In the kitchen game, there are players and then Agba Ballers, MVP, Player of the Year, 10-0, no rival. Become an Agba Baller with the new improved Maggi chicken flavor, made with a flavorful formation of onions, celery, turmeric to bring out your top game in the kitchen. Elevate the taste of your everyday dishes with delicious rich chicken flavor. Oh yeah, let's go.
New Maggi chicken flavor, my game changer.
All right, class, settle down. Today, let's talk about how you started your day.
We got dressed and had pancakes with John Vance 3-in-1 chocolate for breakfast.
My mom makes John Vance 3-in-1 chocolate for us too.
My mom calls it instant goodness. My sister and I always put it inside our pap. It's so yummy.
John Vance 3-in-1 chocolate is a chocolate drink made of rich cocoa, milk, and sugar. Available nationwide in stores. John Vance 3-in-1 chocolate. Enjoy instant goodness.
Mama, if you see how to scrub that toilet, it clean. If it look clean, but if you no use Hypo toilet cleaner, germs go still.
No gree for germs. Protect your toilets every day with Hypo toilet cleaner.
It's amazing how your child grows up before your eyes. Enable their thriving development and the care they need with the new NanKid 4 with HMOs to support your child's development, probiotics to help your child's digestion and development, and high-quality proteins to support age-appropriate growth. And all of these work together to support your child's development and growth today and tomorrow. NanKid 4. Nourish your child's potential.
Welcome back to your number one talk news and sports station. This is Nigeria Info. This is Morning Crossfire on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Welcome back. It's still the Morning Crossfire. A very good morning to you listening to us and just joining us. Hey, good morning. And if you've been with us right from the get-go, thanks for staying with us. My name is Kofi Bartels. We're still talking about Datti Baba-Ahmed's reconciliation with Julius Abure and the Julius Abure faction of the Labour Party, Nigeria's second largest opposition party. I'm glad to say we have on the line Obiora Ifoh, who is National Publicity Secretary of Labour Party Abure faction. His led LP's public stance in multiple high-profile matters ranging from complaints about alleged certificate forgery by state governors, a whole raft of issues. He also boasts over 25 years in media landscape. He served in editorial roles in some of the biggest newspapers in the country before entering full-time political communication. Mr. Ifoh, it's good to have you on the program. Quickly, please, just tell us what happened yesterday. Was this planned? Was this choreographed, or it just happened out of the blue to see Datti Baba-Ahmed attend your NEC meeting? Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, Kofi. Good morning, Lagosians. Good morning, Nigeria. Before I go into the question, let me make a little impression of correction. The media language of faction is something that people do not understand how it came into media lexicon. A faction, by simple meaning, it's a breakaway from the whole. So when you use Julius Abure as a faction, is he breaking away from any of the major, the whole? Abure cannot be called a faction because he is the authentic leader of the Labour Party, recognized as of this morning by INEC, whose name is on the INEC portal.
Okay. His name is still on the INEC website for now.
Yes.
Okay.
Any person or group of persons that decide to break away is who you will be calling faction. But for somebody that has been recognized by both the courts, both the institution, electoral institution, you cannot be calling the person a faction.
I don't want to go into that because that's not what we are here for. But the Supreme Court had already disqualified Julius Abure, though his name is still on the INEC website. But let's not go into that.
I beg your pardon. You can be sued for that.
Oh, really?
Because Supreme Court never disqualified Julius Abure.
I'm reading from today's newspaper.
Please listen. Can you listen, sir?
I'm listening.
The Supreme Court gave a judgment that the verdict of the lower court that they do not have the jurisdiction to go into the matter concerning the leadership of Labour Party. They never said that Julius Abure has ceased to be the national chairman or his executive. They only said that the court's decision, they do not even have the jurisdiction to go into that. So please give it a proper interpretation before you.
All right.
You get yourself a letter from the
I promise I'll get back to you after this program. You give me a CTC so I can study it. But if you want to sue me, Mr. Ifoh Pasefo, please feel free because I read from today's newspaper. So I will give you a copy of the paper I read from. But
that's by the way.
Yes, of course. But let's look at yesterday and what happened. You guys, you're part of the party. I will still insist faction until I see CTC. When I see that CTC, sir, I will now begin to understand where you're coming from. But you had a national working NEC meeting yesterday. And was it planned? What happened with Datti Baba-Ahmed coming over? What happened?
No, the National Executive Committee, we do it sometimes quarterly, sometimes as the case may be. And we had planned to do our own before some persons quickly rushed to do their own on Friday. Maybe we are hoping that we'll come up with something that will nail them. But we didn't mind. And as we were preparing for the NEC meeting, we were all seated at the NEC meeting when certain vehicles drove in. And we found out that it was our former 2023 vice presidential candidate. We welcomed him into our party. And he now told us why we came. So he said, fine, we're already having a NEC meeting, so why don't we come up and discuss it, So he came. So we gave him the platform. We recognized him as a leader of the party. So he said why he came. And we thought that was a welcoming development. All this while, we have continued to say that we need peace, we need inclusivity, we need all hands to be on deck. We knew where Labour Party was in 2023, and if not for this crisis, we would have gone further. We have been a major threat to the party in government. But crisis came from nowhere, and factions, some people broke away in September 4th, 2024, and they have sustained the fight. But unfortunately for them, everything that they do, they meet the brick wall, because even the main constitution of that group is an illegality. So, but whatever name on the nomenclature you want to use, illegality cannot turn to
Obiora, does this mean that Datti Baba-Ahmed has broken away from that faction to come back to you guys, led by the faction led by Julius Abure, or is this just
I will not dignify you by. I will not dignify you again by taking that word faction. Julius Abure is not a faction. If you want this conversation to be sweet and flow, please don't use that faction, because it's not a faction. It's not a faction, sir. I need your indulgence.
I understand where you're coming from, Ifoh. I do get your, your point. But please answer the question I'm asking you. Is this a breakaway and a return of Yusuf Datti Baba-Ahmed to the Abure-led Labour Party?
Thank you for correcting yourself.
No, I've not corrected myself. I'm consulting. I'm consulting.
Now,
I'm
to
consulting.
answer your question,
I'm consulting.
Datti had never left Labour Party. He had never declared for any other political party like some people did. So you cannot say he's returning. He has always been in constant touch with the leadership of Labour Party as led by Julius Abure. And we have no doubt there are so many persons that are like him, that are standing and have been watching the situation, the scenario. And I can tell you for free that a lot of people were deceived into believing that struggle, that unnecessary fight. And as it is today, most of them are coming to their senses. I'm sure you noticed even the so-called neck that they had on Friday, that a lot of persons did not turn up, including the person that they said was their interim national chairman. They don't even turn up. So it tells you that people have started reading meanings into that deception called faction. And they are beginning to realize that the earlier they shift their sword and return to the main fold of the party, the better for everyone.
Have you heard from anybody within the Nenadi Usman-led APM Labour Party? Have you heard from anyone from that?
I don't need to hear. We don't need to hear from anyone.
No, have any of them communicated, with you? Also having the same sentiment that Datti Baba-Ahmed expressed yesterday.
But I told you that we see the point of what I call it, where we had disagreement. The point of disagreement here has been on the misrepresentation or this misinterpretation of the Supreme Court judgment of 4th of April, where some people erroneously sold the disinformation that the Supreme Court has sacked Julius Abure. So that the courts have looked at it. INEC itself has looked at it. Other well-meaning Nigerians have also looked at it. And precept by precept, line by line, there's nowhere, anywhere in the judgment that says that this person is no longer.
We'll look at that on another day. Yes.
No, I'm coming. I'm just laying foundation to your question. So the people that have really understood the matter are stepping back into the main fold. But there are some people that are doing what they are doing purely based on their political interest.
All right.
And they have moved on. And that is why I say the crack that you saw in their group last Friday tells you that a lot of persons are returning gradually to the party. And we want to say that we are happy at the development. And want to encourage them.
You're saying a crack that we saw last Friday. Which crack are you referring to?
The purported NEC meeting, the illegal NEC meeting held at Transcorp on Friday by a certain governor from the southeast. A governor now becomes the chairman of NEC. I don't know which constitution they are operating.
Okay.
A governor with the deputy sitting by. The person you say that is the interim is nowhere to be found. It's nowhere. You understand? So these are things that it's so ridiculous that people are taking this thing too far. But we are here.
Okay, no problem. In order to make it easier for you to to continue with the, like you say, flow and have a sweet interview, I've decided to not to use a word you're uncomfortable with and to refer to you as Abure led LP, and then of course we'll refer to Nenadi Usman led.
Okay. Thank you so much for that.
Nenadi Usman led LP as well. But I mean, you'll be right.
I don't know. You can call them.
Yes.
I've defined the meaning of faction.
You don't have.
Faction is a group that tries to break away from the whole.
No, sir. A faction.
Go ahead. I understand.
Obiora, for a faction could be a group. Yes, you're right. That decides to break away from the whole. Okay. A faction could be a subgroup in a political party that has its own interest or opinion. So, for instance, in the Republican Party in US, you have the Tea Party, for instance. That could be described as a faction. But a political faction could also be a group of people with common political purpose. So if I call you and Abure the Abure faction, it's not wrong as well. But to allow sleeping dogs lie, let's just move on from that. What did Datti Ahmed say yesterday about his presidential ambition? Because we've seen some reports that say he wants to be president. He's announced that he's running for president. Is that what he said yesterday?
No, he never said that. Never. There was never a time anything like presidential ambition of him or anyone came up at the meeting. He came solely for reconciliatory moves to see how we can speak to our aggrieved members to reconsider their stance and return into the main fold of the party. And I think it's a welcome development because in all this, 2027 is just by the corner, and a lot of people are strategizing and re-strategizing. So we shouldn't be in crisis at this moment, just a year to the election. It's not, I think he has done something noble, which everybody must understand and take it from his prison.
I heard that, though I didn't see, that Nanaka Zaure was there, who I think is... if I'm not mistaken, one of the communications persons in the obedient movement, if I'm not mistaken. And some have pointed to that as probably a further crack. Either that or Obi sent her there. So tell us about that. I also noticed Hilda Dokubo, the actress turned politician, Hilda Dokubo, who's a friend of mine, Labour Party chairman or chairperson in Rivers State, was there as well. She gave a short talk before Datti Ahmed spoke. Did we have other members of the obedient movement there? What does that say? What does that mean?
No, there is something, obedient, it's an umbrella organization crisscrossing so many political parties. And incidentally, a large number of our executives and members, they agree on that philosophy, and they have identified with that. As a matter of fact, even me here, the National Public Secretary, I'm an obedient. Do you understand? Yes, that's true. So, when we talk about...
are you serious?
Yes, I am.
How can an obedient fight Obi? You're fighting Obi, so how can an obedient fight Obi?
Let me tell you something.
Yes.
I worked with Obi all through the campaign. I went to the 36 states of the Federation. I worked for him personally as a media.
That was then. That was then, sir. After then, what happened after then? Okay, we seem to have a loss in connection with Obiora. Obiora, are you there? Can you hear me, please? All right, we'll call back in a matter of seconds. The internet. All right, let's take some calls now. He said he's an obedient. I'm sorry I laughed, but right. So what do you think from what the man has said that Yusuf Datti Baba-Ahmed just drove in? Though yesterday he told me that he sent a message to them that he was coming. They didn't plan for it. It was not something that they anticipated. And boom, he was there. We have a call on WhatsApp, 99.3. Good morning. Can you hear me? Give me a second, sir. I think it's some audio from my end. I'm just going to turn it off and then I come back to you. All right, what's your name?
Kolawole.
Kolawole, where are you listening from?
From the UK.
UK, all right. Keep going.
I've just listened to Obiora for saying he's an obedience and we work for Peter Obi during the elections. And for me, I feel that does not mean they couldn't or they shouldn't disagree. And I feel it will be good for Labour Party if they can reconcile and bring all parties together and move forward. I don't see what Datti had done yesterday as backbiting or trying to beat his leader to it. I think he's just trying to be a peacemaker. And like he said, that is more particular about the government that comes in and not ousting this present government. So I feel if the Labour Party can get their house in order, they've gotten that platform with what they did in last election. If they can reconcile all persons in the party, factions, and then bring them under one umbrella, I feel they would present a good challenge in the next election.
Thank you. Thank you very much for your time. Appreciate you calling in. We'll try our best to get back to Pastor Ifoh as before we're out of time. Pastor, sorry, we lost you along the line. I believe it's our network. Before we're out of time, I just want to quickly ask you, what happens going forward? Is your part of Labour Party, the Abure-led LP, since you say you don't want me to use the word faction, are you going to return to the point where you said Obi is your sole candidate? If it's indeed true that, Obi sent Datti Ahmed to come and start the process of reconciliation, if he comes back to the warm embracing hands or arms of Abure, will you endorse him for the 2023 presidency and then let bygones be bygones?
The issue of sole candidate is dead. It's no longer feasible because even the statute book said that for a candidate to emerge, it has to be democratic. It has to go through the laid down rules by contesting the elections. And if there are other persons that are interested in the position, we cannot exclude them. So we are no longer talking about sole candidacy, but we can assure you that if Obi comes, he's very popular amongst Nigerians and among the leadership of the party. It's possible that he will, outbeat the rest of the aspirants. But the idea of sole candidacy is undemocratic and it's not going to be allowed.
But the constitution allows for consensus candidature, which is like
consensus candidate in the sense that the other persons that have shown interest will decline that they are no longer interested.
Yes.
So that until when we get to that bridge, we don't know how many persons that will show interest as aspirants. And if they all come together and say that we are declaring our ambition for the sake of one man, the party will gladly accept that and run with it. So the floor will be open for everyone to.
So does this mean that when you made that pronouncement the first time, you were not aware of the Constitution?
No, we were very much aware of the Constitution. The Constitution allows us to, as NEC, it's not even NEC now, as the convention, which is the highest body in any political party, we agreed because of the performance, because of what happened in 2023 and how our candidate did very well and almost won the presidency. We were filled with emotion. We thought we didn't need to change the team, but you will understand that from that 2024 to now, a lot of things has changed. A lot of things has happened.
Like what? What has changed?
The crisis came, and the issue of leadership also came. The issue of who is supporting who and where allegiance is came. The issue of anti-party activities came. A lot of things happened. So we think as NEC met and said that our decision that time will no longer stand.
Okay, Mr. For very quickly, your chairman, Julius Abure, was seen with Yenson Wike. What do you say to that? What's happening?
He himself addressed it by himself yesterday at the meeting. He is a resident of FCT, and Wike is the minister, so to say, the governor of FCT.
Yes.
And for any resident of FCT that has something to do with, that has a need, or it has to go to the FCT chairman and decide.
All right.
And decide.
I'm sorry, sir. We have to leave it at that. But very interesting for the explanation you've given. Thank you very much. Let's go for a break.
Version of challenges, and you have to be ready to face them, because only then can you move on to the next. That's why I never miss my breakfast. Scratch that. My peak breakfast, with the nutrients and energy I need to face each day, one challenge at a time.
Every day is a good day to power on with a peak.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria.